Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to discuss the concept of Avogadro's number. In the previous class, you have discussed the concept of mole. Now you are going to discuss the concept of Avogadro's number. In this lecture, we will discuss the concept of Avogadro's number, the concept of Gay-Lussac law, and the concept of molar volume. First of all, we will discuss about the Avogadro's number. What is Avogadro's number? First of all, we will discuss the definition of Avogadro's number. What is an Avogadro's number? By definition, we define it as the number of particles in 1 mole of a substance, or you can also define it as number of particles contained within 1 mole of a substance number of particles contained within 1 mole of a substance. Means if you have 1 mole of a substance, 1 mole of 1 mole of any substance, any particle. What sort of particles? As we have discussed in the previous lecture, particles include, particles may be atoms, may be molecules, may be ions, or they may be ionic compounds. All these substances are considered in the definition of particle. When we have 1 mole of any of these, then number of particles of these substances in 1 mole of them will be known as Avogadro's number. The concept of Avogadro's number was first put forward by Amedeo Avogadro. In 1811, first time he gave the concept that there are some amount, there are some quantity, there are some numbers of the particles in 1 mole of a substance. This concept is known as Avogadro's concept, given by Amedeo Avogadro in 1811. Avogadro's number, how can we represent? Representation. Avogadro's number can be represented by NA. The capital N represents the total number of particles, and A stands for Avogadro's. So we can say number of particles or Avogadro's number of particles. It has a numerical value. Avogadro's number has a numerical value and it is 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 particles per mole, means number of particles in 1 mole. So its value is 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 per mole. In 1 mole, these are the particles. These particles are known as Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number are simply referred to as number of particles. For example, for atoms, you will say number of atoms. For molecules, you will say number of molecules. For ions, you will say number of ions, and for ionic compound, number of formula units. All these particles are basically the particles contained within 1 mole of a substance, and for 1 mole of each and every substance, their value will be 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. Now, how can you calculate the number of moles? Calculations. In order to perform the calculation for Avogadro's number, you must have to use a formula, and formula is number of particles is equal to moles multiplied by Na. You can use the values for moles, and moles are mass of the substance given divided by molar mass multiplied by Avogadro's number. You can also use the value of Avogadro's number 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. Now by putting the values, you can easily find the number of particles in 1 mole. For 1 mole of each and every substance, number of particles will always be equal to this one, 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 23. If number of moles are different, then number of particles will also be different. This value is for 1. If, let's suppose, if we have number of moles 1, then the value of moles will be 1. 1 into 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 23, which is equal to 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 23. Now, look at here. These are the particles for 1 mole. It means if you have 1 mole of each and every substance, value will be this one. Now, how can you calculate? You can calculate by simply using this formula. For example, you are asked to calculate number of particles in 8 grams of CH4. 8 grams of CH4. How can you calculate? Number of particles is equal to mass given 8 grams, molar mass of methane 12 plus 4 16. 8 by 16 multiplied by Avogadro's number 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 23. 8 divided by 16 0.5 multiplied by 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 23. Now you have 0.5 moles or half moles. Multiply this with this one, you will get 3.011 into 10 raised to the power 23 particles. Now, methane is a molecule. So, here number of particles means number of molecules. So, you can write it here as number of molecules, which is molecules. This is basically the simple concept of Avogadro's number. One thing that you always have to keep in mind is that if you have equal number of moles of different substances, then you will always have equal number of particles. If 2 or more substances have same number of moles, they will also contain same number of particles. If number of moles are different, then number of particles will also different. So number of moles directly depend upon number of particles, and number of particles are directly depend upon number of moles. Now you have the concept of Gay-Lussac law. Gay-Lussac law is put forward by Gay-Lussac, and it is used in order to find the volumes of different substances in a chemical reaction. According to Gay-Lussac law, we have the statement Gay-Lussac law states that every gas or every substance reacts in a simple whole number ratio. For example, you have a reaction in which 1 mole of hydrogen react with 1 mole of oxygen to produce 1 mole of water. Or you can use 2 moles of hydrogen, 1 mole of oxygen and 2 moles of water are produced. Similarly, you can also use N2 plus 3H2 reversible reaction 2NH3 or H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl. Look at these equations. You can see that there are 2 moles of hydrogen, 1 mole of oxygen and 2 moles of water. There are 1 mole of nitrogen, 3 moles of hydrogen and 2 moles of ammonia. And there are 1 mole of hydrogen and 1 mole of chlorine and 2 moles of hydrogen chloride gas, HCl. All these number of moles are simple whole numbers. All these number of moles are simple whole numbers. All these substances are reacting with simple whole numbers to produce products. This concept is known as Gay-Lussac law. Every substance, every reactant reacts with another one in a simple whole number ratio to produce a specific product. This is Gay-Lussac law. For example, if you justify this statement, you can say that for the formation of 2 moles or 2 molar HCl, 1 volume, 1 molar or 1 volume of hydrogen gas react with 1 molar or 1 mole volume of chlorine gas to produce 2 moles or 2 molar volume of hydrogen chloride gas. These are actually simple whole number ratios. No fraction is there. Only simplest and whole number ratios. This concept is known as Gay-Lussac law. Now students, we have another concept which is molar volume. What does molar volume mean? The molar volume stands for volume for 1 mole. Molar volume, volume for 1 mole or volume of 1 mole. How can you define it? You can define it as the volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance or any gas at standard temperature and pressure is known as molar volume. Volume occupied by 1 mole of a substance, 1 mole of any substance at SPP, standard conditions for temperature and pressure, is known as molar volume. It is represented by Vm, molar volume, and its value for 1 mole, its value will always be 22.414 dm³. Means if you have 1 mole of any substance, it will occupy a space of 22.414 dm³. For each and every substance, just like number of particles molar volume is also dependent on number of moles. For the same number of moles, molar volume will be same. If number of moles are different, then molar volume will also be different. This is the concept of molar volume. How can you calculate the molar volume? For this purpose, you will be given an example that calculate the molar volume of 2.23 moles of nitrogen gas. You are given this statement. What you have to do is calculate the molar volume, and moles are given. How can you calculate? You can calculate as by definition 1 mole of each and every substance is equal to 22.414 dm³. Now you are given 2.23 moles. Put the value of 2.23 here. 2.23 moles will be equal to 2.23 multiplied by 22.414 dm³. By multiplying it, you will get 49.98 dm³. So 1 mole of nitrogen contains this volume, and 2.23 moles of nitrogen has the volume of this one, 49.98 dm³. This is how you can calculate the molar volume. The main and the most important concept which you always keep in mind is that for different gases, masses may be different, but molar volume will always be same if they have same number of moles. For example, if you have hydrogen gas, if you have a comparison of hydrogen and oxygen, H2 and O2, compare them. Hydrogen, the mass of hydrogen is 2 grams, which is equal to 1 mole hydrogen molecule. It is 2 grams of hydrogen molecule, 2 grams of hydrogen molecule, which is equal to 1 mole of hydrogen molecule. And if we have 1 mole of hydrogen molecule, it will contain 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 molecules of hydrogen, which is further equal to, as we have 1 mole of hydrogen, we have 1 mole of hydrogen, so it will be 22.414 dm³ of hydrogen. For oxygen, 1 mole of oxygen, or simply the mass of oxygen, is mass of oxygen is 32 grams. So we can say 32 grams of oxygen molecule, which is equal to 32 grams is the 1 mole of oxygen. 1 mole of O2 molecule, which is further equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 molecules of oxygen, which is further equal to 22.414 dm³ of oxygen. Now look at here. You have two gases. One is hydrogen and another is oxygen. Both have different masses, but both have same number of molecules. They have same number of molecules. That's why they have same number of particles and same volume. It means volume is same, number of particles is same, moles are same, but masses are different. So one thing you will have to keep in mind always is that 1 mole of each and every substance, we have two different ones. 1 mole of each and every substance occupies same volume and same number of particles. Why? Because volume is, why it is so? Because volume is independent of sizes and masses of particles. Volume is independent of size and mass of the particle. That's why different masses, if they have same moles, then they will have the same number of volumes, same number of cm cubes or dm cubes. This is the basic concept. Hopefully you have got the concept. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.